share a moment that happened 7 years ago. Seven years later, and I'm still holding the mic for him. For those of you who don't know who that young man was, that was a very brave, young, 6th grade Jacob Bowman, who was one of our 2 drum majors this year and will be graduating in a couple of weeks. I thought it would be, his parents and I thought it would be fun to share that moment. I'm not taking this kid all alone, Michael. Jessica, could you do me the pleasure? We're going to begin with the Star Spangled Banner. This is an arrangement that was done by John Philip Sousa. He was the one who pushed for it to become our national anthem. And finally, in 1930, Congress adopted it as our official national anthem because of Mr. Sousa's efforts. And finally, somebody took his parts and put them and reconstructed them. And this is the Sousa edition of the Star Spangled Banner. Would you please join us? Gentlemen, take off your hats. There's not a drum roll written into this one as we're so used to, so if you begin and join us in singing. Ready? 1, 2. The first piece on the program this evening is called The Expert Mark, written by Hale Vandercook, one of my favorite composers and teachers, founder of the Vandercook College of Music in Chicago, where I studied and got my master's. This is my latest published march, and it may seem a little strange even to the dedication for us to be playing, but they're going to be the first group to perform it. This ended up becoming a retirement gift for my very good friend, Mr. Dale Biggis, the band director from Berlin Eisenhower. And the dedication line on the published version is dedicated to Mr. Dale Biggis and the Berlin Eisenhower School Band. Now, having said that, I've written pieces for our band that have been published with our school, I like to share with my friends. And we hope you enjoy it. It's called The Expert, which I don't think could be a better description for how much Biggis would see himself. I like it when things come round full circle. I like it when things connect. We began our year of study in the band program way back in August with the music of Beethoven. Many of you have heard the marching band perform our Beethoven show this year, which I think was one of the best we've ever done. And the cool thing is that there's not a lot of stuff that not a lot of times that bands get to play Beethoven. I happened across this really nifty arrangement called Reflections in Moonlight, written by Robert W. Smith. And it takes the famous Moonlight Sonata and translates it for concert band. It's more difficult than it looks, we found out. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Reflections in Moonlight. These seventh graders came from all over the place, and we put them together in August in what we call a seventh grade band boot camp. Something that I started that I hope will continue. I think it makes a big difference in how they learn to bond quickly. I know the 8th graders went through it, many of the high school students have gone through it over the years. Even the ones who can't find their seats at the moment. You know, we have a really neat, they talk these days, the big thing is talking about building relationships with our students. We can solve so many of our discipline problems by building relationships with our students, and they're right about that. A lot of the problems that happen in school can be resolved ahead of time by building relationships with our students. I'm glad they finally thought of it. And my humor gets strange at times, so some people may not understand it all the time. But it's how I express my affection and my respect and admiration and the joy that I get from working with these young people today. Some of the people in this group that stand out, I'm going to start with some of my 7th graders that I'd like to call attention to. Abby Duncan, who is really developed into a very, very strong young clarinet player, and she just works at it. Watching her, I took a video of her fingers put up on the big jumbo screen in the band room because she's so meticulous about it. Caroline, with her oboe, even though she's not a 7th grader, I'm just going around the road now and throwing the script out for her. Works at she never talks. Although I hear that's not the case outside the building. Right, Colleen? She probably doesn't talk either. Just hard-working oboe player. Anna and Melissa and Christy and Teresa, with how hard they work. Amy, talk about a pistol, but she does her job every day with joy and never comes into the ground. And Megan, who's blossomed this year, gone from trying to figure out where her fingers went to being able to play the expert march tonight. I'm so very proud. This is an assessment of your children tonight. And Erica, who's learned that not every day requires a crown. And Alexis, both of which have grown so much. Janelle and Jesse and Sam, I see more of the sides of their heads than the faces. But you know what? They both have become really good at what they do. And then we have Lauren and, Madsen. A kid walked in with a blue mohawk the first day at band camp. I'm going, okay. Tonight he's in the formal mode where it's toned down and purple. Alyssa, who is, she puts her heart and soul in every day, every note, every day. Danny, who's one of our high school students who's playing a secondary instrument tonight. She and Jake Bowman are playing clarinets. They both work as aides with the 8th grade class. And then we have our 2 lovely ladies here who are in the practice room virtually every day during MLO time. And they have improved so much. And I think some of the time they spent in practice rooms, they actually played there. But Molly and Hannah, they just terrific young ladies. Kayla, I've already said something. Drew, the hardest working man in show business, gentleman over here. We have a monster trombone section coming up to the ranks. You're going to love the sound of something. Amberly Webster, who came to us from Eagle, not Palmyra, but Eagle, who just plays so well and is so much fun. And next to her, Amber, who may not have the confidence yet, but has grown so much from the beginning. Thomas Jones back there, still trying to find third position occasionally, but he works hard. None of these kids ever come in with a rotten attitude. They chat a bit. Sam Ferguson, who knows more things about more things than this whole section of people put together. He's brilliant. And he's become a really strong saxophone player. Olivia, whose range on notes on the instrument has more than doubled this year. It's great to listen to her play. Tyler, who Samantha has kindly allowed to let live through the whole year. Tyler, who plays trumpet and cello in the orchestra. And Cherie back there, who decided halfway through the year that she found her voice in addition to finding her trumpet case. And so she's now doing choir and band. Evan, well, you saw his talents up here on the stage if you came to see any of the plays this year. What a talented young man. Sings with a phenomenal voice. I mean, just fantastic. Cherie and Sean, our next trumpet player back there, have been playing in the high school jazz band. All the middle school kids have been playing with the jazz band. Would you raise your hands, please? They've been getting involved on upper level things. Thank you. Ben and James, who have been aides in our high school students who aid with the 7th grade band, are sitting in to fill in some parts tonight. Jacob, Beasy over there, and Ben Blair, who have worked so hard this year on proving. Percussion, Austin, and Zach. Zach plays everything. Piano, mallets, snare drum like a wizard. Jacob, come on, man. He's here. He's come a long way in the last 2 years. I'm so proud of him. Joey and Nick Radish, both of them are in orchestra as well as band. Finally, Anna over there plays in orchestra and plays mallet percussion beautifully. Caleb, who switched halfway through the year from alto to bari to make the band sound better. What a great young man he is. And hard worker. Does a great job. Willem plays in the orchestra, plays in MISO. Viola. Yeah, it's that other one. Viola, one with a funny thing. Plays viola in that as well as tuba with us. You know, this is the future of this program right here, ladies and gentlemen. Please give them your we award, the Director's Award goes to the outstanding 8th grade girl and 8th grade boy for the work and the effort that they put in as part of the band. This year, and usually it's pretty much a surprise to them, a shock, surprise, and astonishment. This year, the outstanding 8th grade girl is Christy. The hardest working man in show business is Drew Jones. It picked up the nickname Drew's House because it had this dark castle on the front cover of the packaging that it came in. They kind of decided Drew lived up in this tower in the turret, up with the bats and things up there on the top. But it's kind of a neat piece. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Dark Horse. Beethoven shirts in here. Most of them are in the extra large size category. If you'd like a shirt, please take one. Okay? Just take one. Hanging out. I didn't line them up. We have some XLs left, about 3, 4 of them. I've been very blessed for the last 9 years to work with a very tight-knit group of people here in Berlin West. This year we saw a little bit of change in the music department, in personnel and faces, but not in style. And certainly the quality has taken a big jump. I know that Ms. Hoffman is here tonight, my dear friend, who's the choral director. And I believe Ms. Dana Stodden is here somewhere, I think. There they are. Please give them a hand. Those two wonderful people keep me sane and on target when I start to drift. And I cannot say enough nice things about both of them. Dana has been a joy in adding her skills to our department. She has challenged her students in ways that they never expected to be challenged. And Bob staunch the lead at this point. But remarkable work she's doing, and look for some really nice things. Next week, Monday, is the choir concert with Ms. Hoffman and her Legion of Singers. And that was a music stand going down. And I believe the orchestra concert is Wednesday. Wednesday night, back here, same place. I think they start a little later. You guys all right back there? Did you heard Mr. T-Bar? Okay. Jack, I'm not so worried about, but Mr. T-Bar, can't get enough of them. God didn't make very many of them to begin with. We got to take care of them. All right, the next piece, I don't normally program two pieces by the same composer back to back, but it just happened that way. I heard this piece in December in Chicago, and I said, we have to do this. The composer's name is Randall Standard. She's a high school band director in the boonies of Arkansas, which is where I started my teaching career 30 years ago. And he writes some really nice stuff. You just heard with this last piece, the New Era Band was hit. The group that performed this at Midwest in Chicago had their trumpets scattered around the concert hall. And so tonight we're going to try a little bit of surround sound and see how it works. If you don't like it, don't tell me. If you like it, tell them. They did the hard part. I just get to it. Okay? This is called, what a week to play this piece. When the spring rains begin to fall. I also had, I never failed, in one program I forget somebody's name. Our guest soloist tonight on piano for this one is Miss Jessica Ferguson, who was also very kind in allowing her brother Samuel, the 7th grade tenor sax player, to continue to exist. have to embarrass her too. You know, we always talk that the band is a family, and the family doesn't really have an expiration date on it. It keeps going and going and going. And when they need, they know that they can come back anytime. They know they can call anytime. It's part of that relationship building process. And I remember last year at a basketball game when a whole bunch of, in January, when a bunch of band grads were playing with pep band basketball team. And the question came, who are those older kids? Who are their band grads? Why are they here? Why playing your instrument? Like being around their friends. Oh. I said, well, you know, granted, kids don't always come back to school to do worksheets of quadratic equations or verb conjugations in Mandarin. And that doesn't mean to belittle my friends in the math and Chinese areas. But this is a special difference we have going. Our next number was written by a good friend of mine from my mother's home state, Tag. And come on, you stay with me. Tag. It's called Valor, and the title looks a little weird in the program, I'm sure. By the way, I went to buy yellow paper, and bought a ream of yellow paper, could have run all the programs on it, and I bought cardstock. Guess what doesn't go into copies? So we have a rainbow program. If you keep your program, great. If you don't, there are some boxes outside. Drop them in. If you don't keep the schedule, please drop it in out there. I can sidetrack easily. My friend Christopher Tucker wrote this march in honor of his father, who was a veteran of the First Gulf War. The MNCI is the Multinational Corps of Iraq from the First Gulf War. And this march is in their honor. It's a concert march. Very different than our usual Sousa fair. And we hope you enjoy it. It's really, really hard. Okay? We've thrown some hard things at you. Bear with me. things to announce, some awards to give out. Well, let's see. First thing on my agenda tonight is this handsome Viking tag, which we give yearly as recognition of the outstanding Rookie of the Year as voted on by the members of the band. This is not me picking, this is them picking. And the person that they picked out is the person who just goes gung-ho and puts 110% in everything he does. And this year, the Rookie of the Year award goes to Jimmy Fairley. There are two national awards that we give out pretty much since the school opened. And if you ever go past the band display case in the front lobby, the plaques are back up hanging, and we'll have some more plates with names on them shortly. One of them is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. And this year, we haven't always given it. There have been some years we skipped when we really haven't had anybody who we felt, or that I felt, had really put their time and energies into really pushing to play jazz. And this year's recipient of the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is Rachel. All right. We're going to hear from Rachel in a few minutes. She's going to perform her solo ensemble for you. She's been playing it to death, hers and ours. This year, the John Philip Sousa Band Award is given. This is probably given out more than any other award in high school bands across the country. And there's actually an online registry of recipients, and I hope our recipient this year will add their names to that roster as well. This year's recipient is one of our drum majors, and that little boy who started the concert with, Jacob. Justin may be a little unhappy with it. He had that great one of the other traditions we have is we go into our spring concert as we announce who's going to be the student leadership team for next year. And it gets very hard because we have so many people who are very, very talented. But I think this year we have a group of people who have come together in ways that have made it an easier choice in some aspects. First of all, continuing as section leader in the percussion family would be Brett Ebar. Running the grass section will be Joe Hansen. The woodwind section leader next year is going to be a little bit more challenging because of the color guard thing, so I have to kind of hold off on that one. I'll come back to that. No, Caleb, you can't do it. You're graduating. I would like to introduce our color guard captains for next year. And the two color guard captains for next year are going to be it'll be Allie Warner and Danny Sickle. And I know that they have the backup and support of the other guard members. From my conversations with them, I think they're going to do a great job, and hopefully there will be a little less drama and involved. Last year we picked two drum majors, one a junior and one a senior for this year. We find ourselves in need of a new drum major for next year because both of our drum majors will be leaving us. Jake is graduating. Vincent Ewert is going on to WCTC next year. And we are very pleased. Those two gentlemen have provided so much support and leadership to us this year. And they were the glue that helped them together at times. Not the wind beneath my wings. Next year's drum major will be Shannon Vickers. There's one more band award that I don't get the privilege of announcing, but will be announced at the senior banquet coming up, and that is the Semper Fidelis Award from the United States Marine Corps. So one of these seniors. So there'll be more about that. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we have this tradition of doing senior gifts, and if you're new to that, that's where we give gifts to seniors. So, just in a group in general, like I just want to say, like this is one of my favorite groups of seniors. Senior favorites. They are so hardworking and so dedicated, and they're a group of the nicest people you will ever meet. So.
And me.
So, if we start crying, like just bear with us. So. back, we got you a bunch of little military guys. You can go kick some butt in that van. And so you don't get hurt. We got you a helmet. And you get your little sets so you can blow them all away with your camera. After Christmas, Emily is so nice and so sweet, and she's just, I love her so much. I grew up with her down the street, so this was a hard one to decide. So Emily is very smart and loves music. We got you this music pen, so when you're writing in college, you can think of us, and yeah. And so here's a little musical sticky note thing that, so you can just convey your dormer with those. And there's your this little thing, and you will have so much fun with that. And so for those of you who don't know, Emily worked as a lifeguard last summer, all summer, and at Girl Scout camp, like she wore her watch, and then at camp she wore her watch too. So by the time band camp rolled around, when she'd take off her watch, she had this awful tan line. Like it was just bad. We got you another watch. So maybe here's a little bit. Not gonna fit. Like, where does the neck you guys know that. Marissa is really funny and so sweet, and she's so adorable. I can just look at her. So she's also kind of silly, kind of a lot. So we got you these amazing silly glasses. And because I couldn't find Mars bars anywhere, I got you M&Ms. It's like Marissa, yep. And then here's your fantastic one. Thank you. So as our captain, you get a like that everybody signed, and where does Kate? The one thing that I remember most is how we wanted to do a Disney fair. And we had a plan, and let me tell you, it was great. And so now you are our Disney Princess of Band. And then I got him this little puppet cow thing because my other famous
our seniors of 2014.
For being such an amazing teacher by giving him a t-shirt signed by everyone in the middle school band. Be sure to thank Olivia because she came up with that.
Use my phone, so I'm cool like that. Okay. So the seniors decided that, it's their last year, we have to get Mr. Gower again. Well, the first thing is we got his keys in Miss Hoffman's store. Okay, so we have been with Mr. Gower for 6 years. 6 years of my life, this man has been a part of it, and it has been one of the best 6 years of my life, and I'm sure the best of all of yours as well. So, maybe. So, we got him a scrapbook with some of our favorite memories. Each senior has a page in it, and then we also have pictures of it with it and some words from each one of us. The most important thing we put first was rule number 1, band is family. This has been something taught and drilled into us from day 1. There has never been a day that you have ever, if you're having a bad day, you just come to band. You just enter the band room and you instantly feel better. You're around family here. And every single one of us is a family, and that will never change. No matter where you go, who you're with, we're always a family. No matter if you graduated 10 years ago, no matter what, this is our Northern West band family, and it is because of this man right here. And we're going to miss him so much, and I just want to thank him so much. He is like a grandfather to me.
Before we play our last I want to say something. It's very difficult to say. First of all, I want to thank you for entrusting your children to me for the last 9 years. They have truly been a joy. I have learned from them every day. I hope I've been able to give them something back. We will trade the time. You really, well, that broke them all. Somebody was talking with me about where things are going from here. And I don't want to get into a lot of it. I'm just going to tell you a couple of things. Number one, I'm not retired. I'm too young to retire. I don't think there's anybody in this room that can actually picture me retired. My wife would kill me, first of all. I told in a conversation a couple of things. About 2 weeks ago, I was showing a video to the band of the United States Marine Band, John Williams, the great composer of movie music, conducting them. And I said to the band, I said, look at this group here. You sat in that room when we went to Washington, D.C. and watched that group. That band is 217 years old. They've had 22, 23 directors in that time. The directors changed. The band keeps going. I expect that they are here keeping the Berlin West Band going, building on what we put together. Not walking away because we're angry or we didn't get our way. But learning new things and applying what we've already, what we put together. Because to walk away at this point would waste, would be throwing away all we've done in the last 9 years. That's number one. Number two, your parents, you're going to have to help with this. Number two is I don't want to ever hear talk that somebody in this band or that band says to the new person coming in, but Mr. Brower did it this way. That is the meanest, cruelest, most hurtful thing you can say to a new teacher. I've been there, I've done that. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And the third thing I told this person is that the band parents and I have been talking about when there's a new person named for the position, that the band parents are going to organize a social gathering to get together with the new director and talk about what we can do, what they can do together to keep the band going, provide support, encouragement to that new person, to make their life as easy as the band parents made it for me. I could not have done this without them. Those three things are really important to me, so that I know that my work hasn't been for nothing. It's very hard to do this, but as I said, there are things in life that we have choices about, and things in life we don't have choices about. Everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. And things will work out the way they're supposed to work out. And these kids will always be my kids. If you look at my Facebook page, you would see that out of 400 and some friends that I have on there, probably at least 300 to 350 of them are former students of mine going back to 1979, first year I was a teacher. They're still my kids. They're Some of them are only 4 or 5 years younger than me, but they're still my kids. Some of them are on their third husband. I'm going, really? But these kids are, I can't say nothing about them. Or my friends, colleagues, Joe, Dana. What a great team. And I've been blessed to have that support and inspiration and knowledge base drawn. And I'm really proud of that. So, moving on. We have things to do. I'd like to introduce one of our former band parents who's going to join us on our next selection, the last selection that the high school band and I will do together. When I first heard this song, the original version, I really didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of country music. I know that may shock some people. But, and if it offends you, please, I try your pardon. But when I heard this arrangement done by the United States Army Field Band, I went, We're going to play a video. Okay. We're going to do the video first?
No, they're working on the sound, just let's keep going.
Okay. Whatever. Can we play the song first then while?
Yeah.
Okay. Reverend David Ball, whose sons Bryce and Wes were in our band, is going to join us. Fred Blair Kath up there in the control studio.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, there's a pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say,
We're getting in the home stretch here. We have Rachel Solo. Blair, are you ready on the DVD? What are we doing? Hello, who's on first?
You want to hear what's wrong? The CD doesn't like Max.
Oh, okay.
So, there's a PC on you. You're going to hold the mic so you can see it.
I'm used to that. Screen
So,
in.
we can get the screen down. That means you. This makes it work.
Yay! Technology.
Any grant technology?
Hey, girl, you want to
Yeah. Coming, mother. Oh, wait, she's over there.
So now that's on roll.
Everybody's really quiet.
We're working.
Let's not be thinking in on voices. That is very rude. Let's pull ourselves.
I'm sorry. No. All right.
Thank you, Rachel.
We'll watch it. We'll share it. We'll,
Post it on YouTube.
oh God. All right. Yeah. High school band, could you please get the extra chairs that are there and set up another row and some extra chairs around the front? Yeah. for multitasking. High school.
So
She's been working hard on that for a long time. What a beautiful sound. Okay, could we get the extra chairs here, please, quickly? Rick? Okay, middle school, please come down. Bless you. Okay, now we got to that point. This is our last number of the evening. It's something I use periodically. It's a very special tune to me, written by a very good friend of mine who gave me a break and published some of my pieces. His name is Larry Dan. He lives in New Glarus, which has its own perks. He has a fast pass there. This is a song called "The Song of a Friend." When I was their age, I was involved in a cast of, back in the mid-70s, I was involved in a cast of Upward People. I don't think I've ever told them that. And we traveled promoting diversity and promoting people. The things that I tried to instill in them. The last song in our show was a song called "Where the Roads Come Together." It's very powerful. And the last part of the song, the lyrics are, "There are many roads to go, and they go by many names. They don't all go the same way, but they get there all the same." And I have a feeling that we'll meet someday where the roads come together. Way. This is our last selection of evening. It's called "A Song for Friends." The last two notes in the song are two holes. Would you help us, please? The last two holes are the words "good," "bye." Would you help us?